Shalom. Welcome to Sha'ar Tikva. My name is Rabbi Daniel Schweber. We're here to commemorate, to remember, and to really commit ourselves to making sure that something like this never happens again. And as we see in the news this week even, that the seeds of hate are still there. And it's our job, like a weed, to make sure to knock it out, to push it out. To begin our evening, I call upon the Honorable Robert Steves, the Mayor of the Village of Scarsdale, to say a word of greeting.
It is a distinct privilege to be part of this evening. It is good that we are all here. We gather this evening as a community respectful of each other's religious beliefs, proud of our respective ethnicities, and comfortable that we will not suffer for this. Comfortable. A mere 70 years or so after that very comfort we take for granted was shattered by the most horrific of human transgressions. Tonight, we gather as a community to remember and reflect. To remember the victims of this most mortal of sins, but also to reflect on what the Holocaust means to our life today. One need not be Jewish, as I am not, to grasp the significance of the Holocaust in the history of mankind. Where there is no doubt, there is a deeper pain and a darker sorrow that some of us may never know. There is indeed enough pain to bind us as a community to, as the rabbi said, to make sure that nothing like this happens again. We do not trivialize the Holocaust by applying its lessons to other events which test our very humanity and our courage in the face of evil. But rather, we substantiate its continued relevancy to our individual and collective efforts to improve the human condition. As a number of eyewitnesses ebb, and as life presents so many distractions, our prayers this evening should be for the will to maintain the memory of the Holocaust as relevant and fresh, that it should be etched in our consciousness and reverberate in our conscience. It is good that we are here. Welcome.
Thank you. And to also note in attendance tonight is Paul Feiner, the supervisor of the town of Greenberg. Amy Paulin is here, and I'm reading a letter from Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. Dear friends, it is a privilege to send greetings to everyone attending the 23rd Annual Communal Interfaith Holocaust Commemoration. I am grateful to Sha'ar Tikva, the congregation, all its supporters for renewing their commitment to promoting human rights, diversity, and solving social injustice. As we recall the events of the Holocaust, it is important that we work to ensure that horrible events in our history are not repeated. It is my hope that your efforts inspire others to promote human rights, remember the past, and be of service to those in the community. Please accept my best wishes for a wonderful event and in more years of continued success. Mary Marvin, the mayor of Bronxville, also sends her good wishes to us, and I want to point out that two survivors who have been here and been present for all 22 years before this are not able to be here this evening, and that is Jack and Ina Pollack. Jack is 101 years old, and Ina is 91 years old. They are of various ill health, but something to note about is that Jack and Ina are from Holland, and they have a beautiful story that is commemorated in steel pencil for me, a book, a documentary, and now thanks to Cantor Gerald Cohen, an opera as well, about their story of love and hope even while enduring the Holocaust. Because they are from Holland, they have become very much involved in the Anne Frank Society, both in Amsterdam and here in New York. And yesterday in Washington, D.C., in the Capitol, was planted a sapling from the Anne Frank tree. If you read her diary, there was a chestnut tree in front of her house that she was able to see from her attic, and that kept her going. And she writes, "As long as that tree is alive, I have hope." The tree was damaged in 2009 and fell down in 2011, but they took chestnuts from that tree and made saplings, 11 of which are being planted here in the United States, one which was planted yesterday in the United States Capitol, and Ina and Jack's daughter, Marguerite, was able to be there for that. So we now rise for the sounding of the shofar.
As been our tradition over the many years that we've come together, we begin with a candle lighting ceremony. We have 3 Holocaust survivors here this evening, and each of them will be asked to light 2 candles, escorted by students from Eastchester High School who recently went on a trip to Poland and the concentration camps, and will help by noting their response to that trip by some of them sharing some reflections later in the service, but by escorting the survivors here this evening. I'd like to call first at this time Stefan Weinberg to stand at his seat for a moment, and to be joined by his side by Jonathan Goldman and Victoria Biancavilla. Ask them to come forward to light the first 2 candles. We kindle the first light in memory of the helpless infants and children who were cut down like young trees before their time. Together, may their memory be a blessing. We kindle the second light in memory of all the mothers and fathers, many of whom died with their children in their arms, wishing they could make the world a safer place for the future. And now we call upon Elsa Federbush to come forward to be escorted by Laura Brown and Diana Francisco. We kindle the third light in memory of all the rabbis, scholars, poets, and teachers who were taken in order to crush the spirits of the others. We kindle the fourth light in memory of the martyrs whose lives were given that other might live. And now we call upon Melvin Federbush to rise. Call upon Ryan Winnie. If there are any other students from the Eastchester High School who were on the trip, If I do not have your names, come forward also and escort Mr. Federbush. Yeah, coming.
Okay, thank you.
We kindle the fifth light in memory of the resistors, Jews and non-Jews who dedicated their lives to fighting the Nazi reign of terror.
May their memory be blessed.
And we kindle the sixth candle in memory of all the other individuals who were so cruelly separated from their families, never to be seen again. In Hebrew we say Zichronam Levracha, may their memory be for a blessing. And let us say, Amen.